you have to first demolish the mindset na Facebook page or Instagram page is all you need because that's a
Oh,
fallacy.
okay.
When you want to have a really good digital presence, you want to come out professional, you want to come out like you're official, you have to invest in a website. I call that your home base.
Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening everybody. Sa mga nakikinig sa Passive Income Show with Carl D. We have a very exciting show for you tonight. Bagay na bagay sa lahat ng negosyante. If you are a businessman, you have to stay tuned for the next 1 hour. Why? We're gonna talk about the most important thing in your business cycle. What is the most important thing in business? Is it closing deals? Is it making presentations? Is it customer service? For me, the most important thing of your business cycle is getting your customer, getting leads, making sure your pipeline is full, 'di ba? My next guest is very special to me. He's really my go-to person pagdating sa social media, anything digital, anything related sa hacking the internet. He's my go-to person. And he will be here for the next 1 hour to guide you also on your business. So, i-take advantage na to ask him the questions about how to get customers. You know, if you are a businessman, you have an online store, you have a retail store, that's always the question. How do you drive people to enter your store? How do you drive people to buy from your store? So without further ado, let us all give a warm Bounce Back Network Chinoy TV welcome to Mr. Sean C.
Hey, sorry, I was muted. Thanks for having me on the show. Good evening, Carl. Good evening, everyone. And I'm happy to be here. In the next 1 hour, you will be able to get it in a simple, concise way how you can generate leads using digital marketing. So, we all know when we wake up, first thing we pick up is not the alarm clock anymore. And the first thing we do is not even go to the CR anymore sometimes, but pick up our smartphone. And when you're on your smartphone, you're connected to the digital world. And when you're there, marketing, I always say marketing is the same. It's being where your target market is. Whether it's traditional, digital, doesn't matter. Kung nasaan yung target mo, you have to be there. That's marketing. And right now, people are connected to the digital world. And how can you put your business in front of these people connected digitally who may be pre-qualified as a lead for you?
So
That's my
Sean, without further ado, the audience is excited. 5 tips. Guys, after this show, you will have 5 takeaway on how to increase your customers. Okay, Sean, number 1.
Okay, number one is you have to first demolish the mindset na Facebook page or Instagram page is all you need because that's a
Oh,
fallacy.
okay.
When you want to have a really good digital presence, you want to come out professional, you want to come out like you're official, you have to invest in a website. I call that your home base. What's important for you is to have control of your business in the digital world. And for you, that means you have to have your own website, your own domain name, your own hosting, your own property.
Mhm.
So you have to make sure that it's mobile responsive. When I say mobile responsive, it's nice when people load it in the smartphone. It's easy to use. Why? Because your rankings will depend on how well you make your website in the mobile phone.
Mhm.
The rankings in Google don't depend on your desktop results anymore. It depends on your mobile results. So when you have a website designed and developed, make sure that the developer and designer has mobile first in mind.
Wow.
Because we are an SEO company, we always think about these things for all of our clients. After all, what use is a very nice website? that you spend on if it's not getting the visitors you need or you want. SEO means search engine optimization. You optimize for search engine. And since Google owns 63% of the world search market, and I think in the Philippines they own 90 plus percent, maybe 95% of our search market, then optimizing in Google, that's really what it means. Um, and how I explain it is really the art and science of manipulating search results. That's
Wow.
SEO.
I get what you're saying. Number one, have a decent website. And when you say a decent website, kailangan ba maraming gumagalaw, animation, videos, ganun ba yun?
No, actually, how we qualify what a good website is, we track. Medyo scary pakinggan, no? Pero we actually can view a replays of how people use your website. So,
Wow.
tinitingnan namin saan nagtatouch yung fingers ng mga tao, saan sila nagsuscroll, kailan sila nag-fill out ng contact form, kailan hindi. We can actually replay that. We install software to be able to see that. But not because we want to spy on people. It's because we want to improve the conversion rate of the website. Meaning, how many visitors turn to leads? How many leads turn to sales? Or pag e-commerce, how many visitors turn to customers? We're
Wow.
measuring that and we're measuring how to improve that.
Sean, paano naman tayong Chinese? We always just use instincts.
Yan ang ano. You know, I'd say it's a strength and a weakness. It used to be a really good strength because when you have that instinct, it's a culmination of all the data in your mind. You just can't explain it in words. But it's because of your experience, your knowledge, and so that's instinct. But here's the thing. When your success becomes your sense of stability, it becomes a weakness. Kasi iniisip mo, oh, because this worked, it must work all the way to the future. But that's not true right now. Because the ones who are actually investing in their digital marketing are eating up the market. And the ones who relied on instinct, they're losing market share. That's the truth for some of my clients. Nakikita namin. Now, those who are or both using their instinct and investing in their digital marketing, they're winning like crazy right now
Wow.
because they're getting the searches.
Sean, before we move to number 2, how much budget should a company like set aside to create a website?
This would largely depend, because a company, some would have 1,000 SKUs, right? We recently signed a client on 1,000 SKUs. Sobrang dami. Power tools, screwdrivers, you name it. Ang dami. That would cost more,
Yeah.
generally, than a website who's like Flooring Solutions, where they have 30 pages. Homepage, about us, contact us, products, principles, and previous projects. And that's it. That would cost somewhere maybe 75K to 100K.
Okay.
Respectable output. I'd say that's output that I personally can accept. Anything lower than 75K is something I won't risk. Why? Kasi sabihin mo nakatipid ka nga. Pero pag kailangan mo ulitin, kasi hindi ganun kaganda yung quality and how it's built, then you just cost yourself 3 to 6 months worth of time and opportunity.
Sean, may nagtanong dito. Joven, hindi ba pwede na ang Facebook kahit wala ng website?
That would depend on, I'm not gonna say that Facebook is wrong, bad, or it won't create results, because it does. And it largely depends on your industry. If you're a restaurant, strictly speaking, I'm not gonna offer SEO to you.
I see.
Because no one will really search for like Russian food near Makati. It rarely would someone search that. So Facebook, social media marketing will work for restaurants. As long as masipag ka mag-create ng content, masipag ka mag-upload. Because here's the thing with SEO. When we're doing your SEO, all you have to do, sit back, relax, take the leads, and close them. That's all you need to do.
Wow.
With social media marketing, what you need to do, create content every single day. Every single day, create content. Yan ang kailangan mong gawin. Kung masipag ka gumawa nun, buong buhay mo, ia-allot mo yung part of your life and hours per day to creating social media content, by all means, do social media. So number one, website, your home base. Number two, build on your SEO. Here's the thing about SEO, search engine optimization. There's no magic trick to it. It's not magic. If you learn SEO on your own and you practice it every single day, you can actually make it work. I started SEO Hacker as a freelancer and I was just a blogger. And then companies started inquiring because I was doing it ethically. Now you have to do your SEO consistently. It's not magic. There's no real tactic that will work na 180-degree may ikot niya yung SEO and rankings mo, but it's a discipline. Now if you're a person of discipline, you will find SEO to be very enjoyable. Discipline, consistency.
You know, guys, if you're running an online store and you keep on repeating and repeating the same questions, answering the same questions, it's gonna exhaust you, di ba, Sean? So
That's right.
don't be happy, don't be satisfied if you're busy. What you want to do, guys, ito secret to of businessmen. What you want is to automate the whole thing. Para kahit wala kayo, it's answering questions, it's getting orders. That's the goal.
That's right. So the
Sean.
more you automate, the more free time you have. And if you're the type of business person who ang goal mo is to have more time for yourself and family, that would be amazing. Now, if your goal is to just hit like 1 billion pesos before you're 40, ibang klaseng goal yun. Whether you get busier or not doesn't matter. But for me kasi, ang goal ko kaya ako nagnegosyo is to be able to have more time for myself and my family. That's really it.
Yeah.